Okay, so for 13, the first thing that I would do is I'd multiply these that are similar. And I can't remember how far you got, so sorry, you can fast forward if you need to, but yeah, like I said, I can't remember. So I'm going to multiply these conjugates first. So I'll do x times x and get x squared. Now, I'm not going to write this down because I know that the middles are going to cancel out, so I'm going to make sure that I keep track of those, but I'm not going to write them down because I'm going to have root 3 times x, and then, yeah, and I think we already talked about this anyways, and then we're going to have negative root 3 times root 3, which is negative 3. And then, oh, I remembered, sorry. But this is a quicker way to do it, and then we just have to multiply these. I just remembered how you were doing it in class, so let me show you how you did it, but I'm going to finish writing this real quick, and then plus 12. So in the end, we should get x cubed minus 4x squared minus 3x plus 12. And then I remembered that you first multiplied, you did x minus 4 times x minus root 3 first. But it's always easier to multiply the similar things first because then things cancel out and you have less to do. And I forgot that you started it like this. All right, so I'm going to multiply the first two again. So we're going to have x squared minus root 3x minus 4x, and then negative times negative is a positive for root 3. All right, so I need to take this guy, and I'm going to multiply it now by x plus root 3. So first do the x. I'm going to get x cubed, and then here, minus root 3x squared minus 4x squared, right? And then plus 4 root 3x. All right, and now I'm going to do the root 3. So I'm going to have root 3x squared, and I'm going to write it underneath the x squared just to help me keep track of it a little bit better. And then I'm going to have negative, and this is an x, so I'm going to write it over here. I have root 3 times root 3. Oh, it's negative. We just said that. So negative, I'm doing root 3, so I have negative 9 because gosh, not 9, sorry. It's negative square root of 9, which is negative 3. Okay, and so then I'm going to do root 3 times that, so I'm going to have negative 4 root 3x, and then this last one, I'm going to have root 3 times root 3, which is 3, and then 3 times 4, which is 12. And I kind of ran out of room, but we're going to have plus 12. All right, so, I mean, this is kind of really spread out. You had all those numbers there. They were just, I mean, it kind of just got disorganized, right? So we have x cubed. I'm done with that. And then those x squareds are gone. But I'm left with this x squared right here. And then that cancels out with that. And so then I'm left with that x. And then I'm left with 12. So 2 ways to do it. But like I said, this is a little bit easier when you multiply those together first. Okay, so 18, our goal is to find all the zeros, which is the same thing as solutions, roots, whatever. So the goal is to break off, as you know, all the factors. So before I even put this into the calculator, I'm going to notice every single term has an x. So I'm going to first factor that out so that I can save a little bit of time with the calculator, of course. So got that. And now I'm going to put x squared minus 2x minus 4 into my calculator. So, oops. Yeah, x cubed. Let's double check. What did I write? X cubed minus 2x minus 4, yeah. So x cubed minus 2x minus 4. I hit graph, and then it looks like this program is highlighting it. And if you look up at the top, it's right before 3. So I'm assuming it's 2, but I'm going to double check. Second, trace the value and see if it is 2. So I put it in, and then it says the y will be 0 when x is 2. So yeah, I know that 2 is the only rational root remaining. So I have x times x minus 2 as I bring it back in. But don't forget, it was 2, so I'm going to use 2 for the synthetic division. But when I take x equals 2 back to a factor, it'll become that. All right, so I have 1x cubed, 0x squareds, negative 2x's, and negative 4 constants. Bring down the 1, multiply. Combine those, multiply. So then I'm going to have x squared plus 2x plus 2. And now that I have a square, I know that I can either factor, I can use the quadratic formula. So I'm going to try factoring real quick. The only numbers that multiply to give me 2 are 1 times 2, or negative 1 times negative 2, which both add up to 3 or negative 3. So I can't factor. I'm going to use the quadratic formula for this guy. So x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, which is 1. So I have 4 minus 8, so I have negative 2 plus or minus a square root of negative 4 over 2, which is going to be negative 2 plus or minus 2i over 2. Divide both by 2, so we're going to get x equals negative 1 plus or minus I, because divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2, we get 1 in each of those spots. And then don't forget we also had 0 from that, and then 2 from that. So there are my 1, 2, 3, 4 solutions. Let me know if you need any other help, but